It's 5 a.m. and we got water at 4 a.m. this morning. The sun is just starting to come up. It's a really nice sunrise this morning. I just wanted to take a second here at the beginning of the video to introduce myself. My name is Bobby. I'm a fourth generation farmer. I farm here in northern Nevada. Primarily a hay farmer. I grow some corn occasionally, but hay is our primary crop. So alfalfa hay, wheat hay, and a few other specialty crops. And we'll touch on those as we go along in this journey making videos. This is an alfalfa field. Everything here is flood irrigated. So we have concrete ditches and metal slide gates that we use to direct water, and all of our water is supplied by surface canals from a reservoir that's about 20 minutes away from the town I live in. And all of our water comes from the Sierra Nevada mountains as snow melt, and then we store it in a reservoir. And we have a big dam on that reservoir that they use to control how much water they let out. And then there's several small dams spread throughout the valley that we're located in, which is the Lahontan Valley. And we have a pretty neat water distribution system. So it's over 100 years old now. The Newlands project was originally formed in, I believe, 1903. And what that originally did was provide for the purchase of the Lake Tahoe Dam and the construction of Derby Dam, which diverts the Truckee River into the Carson River. And they did that for about 10 years, and they were having issues with consistency, water consistency, getting that water diverted, having enough water. They'd run out of water typically in August, and so they decided to build Lahontan Dam, which impounds the Carson River and any diversions from the Truckee River. And so that was completed, I believe, in 1913, and that created about 50,000 acres of farmland, maybe a touch more originally. Just like everything in the West, originally they had planned to farm way more land than there was ever water for. But about the 60s, they figured out that there was not as much water as they thought. And so they stopped developing new farmland here, and we're right about that 50,000 acre mark now. So that's between Fallon, Nevada, where we live, and there's a little bit of land in Fernley, Nevada, and then in between in Hazen, Nevada, and what we call the bench has a very small amount of water left on it. Most of that water has been sold upstream to Reno. So that's a little bit about me and where we farm. Yeah, you know, we grow some of the best alfalfa in the world, I think. Nevada is well known for its alfalfa all over the world. We export hay to China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, the UAE, and you know, quality wise, no one can really compete with us. You know, we have perfect conditions for hay. We have irrigation. It's hot, but not too hot. It's dry, so we're able to make you know, nice dry hay. Very rarely do we get rain here, so in the summertime especially, we're able to make some really nice hay. You know, we have good dew in the mornings, which means that when we're able to allow the hay to dry all the way down and get rid of all the stem moisture, and then when the dew comes back in, it hydrates the leaves, and so then when we bale it, we make nice dry hay with all the leaves intact. And I'm really proud of that. I find I take a lot of pride in making nice hay. It's something that takes a lot of experience and practice. I've been doing this for my whole life, but 10 years as an adult, I've been farming alfalfa, and every year is different. Every year has new challenges, and we're just along for the ride, trying to make the best of it. So this is a second cutting field that I'm watering back right now. So we took first cutting off. This field did actually get rained on. We had a freak rainstorm in May. We got 6/10 of an inch, which for here is, that's a big rainstorm. You know, in the wintertime, occasionally we'll have an inch or more in a single storm, but it's not very common. But in May, a ½ inch of rain is almost unheard of. So this did get rained on. I was lucky enough to put up all my other hay without rain getting on it. This farm is only 17 acres of irrigated ground. So what you're looking at here is just the second crop. This is what's regrown before I've irrigated it. So what we try to do is irrigate and then cut close enough to our last irrigation that when we're done taking the hay off, there's enough moisture left for the hay to grow back. And so this has done a really good job of growing back. It's nice and green. You can see the water here is coming to the end of the field. I changed this water about 20 minutes ago. And so that's how we irrigate here. The flood irrigation from the reservoir comes down the canals. We divert it into our ditches, and then I use metal, we call them head gates. They're a slide gate with a lever that opens them. And right here in the middle, you can see where the hay looks bigger and more overgrown. There's actually a border there, an irrigation border. So that divides the water. So I'll water this one first. I call that a check. And then I'll open this check and shut that previous check off when it's most of the way to the bottom. And your goal is that your water will hit the bottom of this check, maybe wrap around a little bit to the second one. But what we want to do is shut it off so that we aren't wasting a lot of water. You know, we want the water to just get to the end of the field and then stop. And yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm just gonna irrigate this. This place takes about 4 hours. So I can irrigate 17 acres in 4 hours. And then I won't have to irrigate this again for anywhere from, this is really sandy, so anywhere from 7 to 10 days. Heavier soils, I'll go as much as 12 to 14 days. Depending on the weather, the soil type, a lot of factors. And that is just another challenge, figuring out how often to irrigate and when. And a lot of that is just going out and checking, going and looking. We have to order our water ahead of time. I call in to our local irrigation district, I order water, and it could be anywhere from 3 to 7 days from when I place my order to when I actually receive water. So that's a little bit about here. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love answering the comments. I love seeing questions and comments, questions, anything you'd like to know. I'm happy to to answer to the best of my ability. And I'd love it if you guys would like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.